Hey everyone, I've done a few videos on these metal license plates by Alexen model. I still have obviously a bunch of them, but they're mostly European and Japanese now, so I don't even know what that is. These are just plain. There's no country or, I don't know, maybe it's China or something. But with the majority of so many American cars, right, finally they came out with some California license plates just for California. So that's the part number, I guess, XK010, and much thinner packaging than I'm accustomed to. Not sure why this card would be here. Maybe they're instructions. I'm a little curious what they suggest as far as putting this on. Alright, I read through it and I agree with some of it and some I don't agree with. Anyways, there is an actual email there and they have a website. So what they recommend is using butyl tape. I don't even know what that is. Double-sided tape, that makes sense. A solid tape, I don't know. 502 glue, I've never used that. Instant glue, I wouldn't really suggest crazy glue or instant glue because if you mess up, you're going to destroy the paint on your model, right? 0.1 millimeters thick. It's made of 304 stainless steel. And it's got an elaborate printing process, which is why they look so nice. And if you read Chinese, obviously. So this is sticky tack. They include a little bit, so that's a nice touch. It's because you can use this to put it on. So I will actually do that. I have some gray one though. That's Uhu Potafix Pro. They recommend you use a hobby knife and cut these out. You could, but you're going to really dull your hobby knife doing that. So what I like to do is I just use tweezers and I rotate it a couple times. So let me get under this plate here. Let me just look at all these plates. So we have matching numbers, right? Front and rear. Just random numbers there, it looks like. RIP gas. I love California. So it's Geek Man. I don't know who that is. What? That's funny. So this is some funny plates here. Okay, anyways. So you see I rotated that over. It's not going to break off the first time. It might break off the second time you get it going now. Or you could also, hold on, let me try it this way. I keep continuing to rotate it in. Sorry. It's really hard to have it close to the phone without hitting the phone. Alright, so I rotated it there, so that's, I guess, one full rotation. Now, let's see, 1.5 rotations. There, that's how it broke out. I do feel like it's thicker than the previous ones, but anyways, you can still work with it. And then they recommend you use like a little jewelry file or maybe sandpaper to knock off that nub. I usually don't even bother, but I guess I'll show you guys. Alright, so you can buy these cheap jewelry file sets, Harbor Freight or online, any place, right? Just a few bucks. I don't see any reason why you couldn't use an emery board, nail salon kind of stuff, right? A nail file. I mean, the nub is so small. Look how small it is. That's why I don't even bother doing this usually. But anyways, that's what you do. Yeah, it definitely feels thicker than before. Alright, let's do it the putty way since that's what they included. Here's a Tomica Sienta. I actually drive one of these cars, so that's why. And this is historically what I used to do. I used poster putty because poster putty never seems to harden. It never seems to mess up paint. It doesn't have like a chemical reaction or anything. It's just like a soft plastic putty, but you can remove it and reuse it again and again. So it's really great for hobbyists, I think. And so as long as the dab is small enough, right, you can work with it. But I squeezed it down so much it seeped out the edge. So that's, well, it's up to you. I'll mess with that later. So here's Potafix Pro, Uhu Potafix Pro. This stuff is good because it holds like a couple of kilograms on a wall. So it's a much denser, harder putty, but still obviously workable. As you see, I can easily manipulate it with a toothpick here. So what I'm trying to do is just get it inside a lot so I can squish it down without it seeping out the sides. Alright, so let's try to pull this off a different way. I'm just gonna get it to be vertical like this, and now I'm just gonna rock it back and forth. No, that's the, oh no, never mind. Just fatiguing the metal, right? So that might be it. That's probably an easier way to do it instead of rotating it. Okay, so this way. This is a free 3D print file. The person has a YouTube channel. It's called Dendeba, and I think on Thingiverse he has realistic looking models and these deformed models just free to download. Actually, you'll need a 3D printer. So this one I molded. This one is also just solid. That's a lot of resin. But like this one here, this Pontiac Solstice, if you printed it in clear resin, you know, it would be pretty cool. It's all hollowed out. There's seats in there, right? So it's not a multi-part file, of course. All right. Nowadays, I use this glue. It's some Japanese glue by a company called Pitt or Tombow, but the glue is Pitt, and it comes in a blue version, which is not as good. You have to get the green color. And it's a school glue, but there's a fine tip here, which is what I use. But being a school glue, there's a massive. I've never even used that side. What makes this different from like Elmer's glue, it doesn't dry brittle. It dries rubbery. So it's like a rubber adhesive almost, but it's school glue. So you could obviously soak it with water to release it again, to soften it up. But it dries clear, so it's fantastic. And again, I've removed it on several things before, so it doesn't seem to mess up anything. And the tip, even though it's meant for schoolwork, is pretty small. Actually, that's probably too much glue, because if I push down on the plate, it might seep out. Let's see what happens. This is a Mini GT ID Buzz. Yeah, it seeped out a little over the top, but it's going to dry clear. But I guess you could just use these little eyelash Q-tips if you have too much. Yeah, so that's going to be fine. I'll just leave it like that. So this is, I think, much easier. You just got to put out a very small amount, because once you push the plate down, it's going to seep out the sides. What is this? This 57 note Muscle Machines. Muscle Machines made this one. Let's just try to get one little dab. Like literally that much is generally strong enough, I think, to do it. But if you use a little toothpick, you can also now spread that tiny dab out like that. And that's so thin, I don't think it's going to seep out. So let me try it, you know. Let me also put a dab out on this, I think it's a green light. Yeah. Let's see if it fits here. Yeah. There, two tiny, tiny, tiny dabs. You'll get the hang of it. It's not. This isn't rocket science. If it was, I would have blown myself up by now. They're so small. That's why I use tweezers. And this metal tweezer, I think, just scratched the plate. Maybe it's not the most. They're not clear-coated plates or anything. Let's see. Fortunately, it's not a very long space there. This pit glue also is getting all tacky now, so I am going to probably put a little more on, because it's not going to actually be underneath the whole plate. So let's try this now. Yeah, alright. So that should dry nicely. There we go. Yeah, no seepage. Just a very small amount. Very cool. This is as slow as this thing spins, and is also not even smooth, but yeah. So anyways, whether they're realistic looking toys or choro cute kind of sized stuff, the plates work well. And whether you want to just use the putty that they provide you with, that works. Just takes a little more effort, I think, to figure out how little putty you need. I like the Tombow pit glue myself now. I've gotten used to how using it now. Alright, I suppose the only one criticism I have is I feel like the blue on these plates is a little bit too light. Unless California changed their plates, I haven't been there in a few years. But historically, the blue was a darker blue on California plates. But really, there's no competition, so if you want a bunch of California license plates, this is it. You gotta go with these guys. Hopefully they'll come out with some other, just US states would be nice. And I have no problems with Canadian cars, right? Or Mexican cars, right? Just all countries, really. They should just have all sorts of other countries' license plates. Alright, well, thanks for watching today. We'll see you the next time we modify some little cars.